Well, hi everybody. I'm John Ritland, and this is my review of New Japan Pro Wrestling's New Beginning in Sapporo Night 1 event. I'm very sorry I did not have this review up soon after the show was done, but there were a few reasons. One, I was at an indie show and I was very tired. My voice was completely shot. As you probably can tell, I was yelling a whole lot. It was a lot of fun. Support your local independent wrestling. But also, we had a bad windstorm here and the internet was out, so I wouldn't have been able to watch it anyway, and I just got to it now. I was also going to make this part of a a two-show review. I was just going to do night 1 and 2 like I did last year. But to be honest, the 2018 night 1 and 2 reviews did better than the dual review that I did last year, so what the fuck, let's get this review. Plus, I wanted to talk about a few pretty damn good things that happened on this, and I didn't want to wait because I love talking about New Japan Pro Wrestling, especially when they do a lot of good stuff. Since they don't do shows every single day, all that often, they take breaks between their tours. It makes the shows feel special. And while this show started typically, with a lot of multi-man matches to hype up future shows and, future matches and everything on New Beginning Night 2 and also New Beginning in Osaka, my God, this was a great finish to the show. So let's get right into it. We recap the events leading to tonight's shows, and then also to the New Beginning in Osaka show on the 9th. I will be watching that one live unless something suddenly comes up. I do plan on watching that. We have Kevin Kelly, Chris Charlton, and Gino Gambino on commentary. Gino Gambino mentioning it's like everybody's afraid of catching the Steve Corino virus. That popped me. That really popped me right there. And we get ELP and Taiji Ishimori versus Tiger Mask and Yuya Uemura. And gee, I wonder who's going to take the pin. It was Yuya. Yuya took the pin. However, he did pretty damn well. And there was some nice double team work in the LaBelle lock. Even though Yuya almost fought out of it, Ishimori got it over and then trapped it on. It was called the Yes lock, but it is the LaBelle lock, and that's what I'm going to call it. And Ishimori gets a tap out victory, as you would expect. And also because ELP and Ishimori want to be in the mix to get a future IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship shot. And then we go to the second match, Yota Tsuchi, Tenzan Nakanishi versus Makabe, Hanare, and Honma. I love Hanare and hope he gets, a decent run like in the New Japan Cup and in the G1. I mean, they're still years away from really giving him like all the championships. I don't think he'll ever get all the championships, but he's working hard, putting in the work, and I can't wait to see what he's going to do in the future because he really has improved just in the last year alone, you can tell. And also, Nakanishi is retiring soon. I'm going to be reviewing his retirement show. I think it's the one on the 21st or 22nd. This is a good thing because Nakanishi, powerhouse, one of the best New Japan has had. It has been time for a while. And credit to him, he still has that power, but my God, you saw him take some of those drops on the knees, and fucking hell, the knees are shot. But, it is what it is. Great to him, and he's going to get a hell of a send-off, and it's going to be very emotional, especially for longtime fans that have watched, him develop in his career of, like, nearly 30 years. I think it's, like, 27 years, I recall. Hanare has improved. He tangles with Yota Tsuchi. They've had some singles matches and have been on the opposite side of various tag matches. It was a cool triple submission spot with Yota's team. And then in the end, big lariat, toe bottom, 1, 2, 3. The crowd shows respect to Nakanishi afterwards. And then we go on to the next match, which is Will Ospreay, Shoinyo, and Taguchi versus Zack Sabre Jr., Kanemaru, El Desperado, and Dokey. And this was to hype up the future IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship match between Shoinyo and Kanemaru and El Desperado. For they must always fight. They must always fight no matter what. And also ZSJ and Will Ospreay fighting over the British Heavyweight Championship. I also want to mention very, very quickly that the Night 2 review will likely be up tomorrow afternoon because I'm working tonight and then I have to work tomorrow morning. And I'm also going to be, getting home after the Night 2 event is already about 90 minutes in. So I'll likely just, wait and watch that in its entirety. And that review will be up, like I said, tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon or evening. Because, as much as I love New Japan action, I do still need some sleep. And what the fuck, how am I going to review half the event? That just seems silly. But I'm definitely excited for Will Ospreay and Zack Sabre Jr. They had some nice tangles. This was really, really good stuff. Very fast-paced match. There was a daybreak DDT by Dokey for 2. Everybody gets in, hit a move, open, they get knocked out, and then suddenly it's down to Dokey and Taguchi, and Dodon pins Dokey for the 1, 2, 3. Then we start picking up with Ryu Lee, the former Dragon Lee, and Robbie Eagles versus Bushi and Hiromu Takahashi. And my God, this was insane. Anytime Hiromu and Ryu were in the goddamn match, it was like everything just got juiced up like insanely. Like the pace would not stop. The pace would not keep it. They wouldn't slow down. It was absolutely insane. It was like they just sped this thing up, but they were moving in real time. It's just amazing how these guys move. The match was goddamn great. This was really, really good. I mean, it's typical tag match if you really break it down, but it was just very fast paced, very well done. Ron Miller's special ends up tapping out Bushi, and it was good stuff. I really enjoyed this, and it's going to be nice to see, see where both these, where these respective guys go as time goes on. And also, it's unfortunate that New Japan has not put their New Begin, USA shows on, on their website, like, live, because it's hard to keep up with that unless you just watch the highlights. But good for New Japan of America, working out pretty well. And apparently the show's been pretty goddamn good. So hopefully maybe I'll catch up on some of that stuff in February since I'll have some free time. But this is a good tag match. And then we get Jay White and Kenta versus Sanada and Naito. Things picking up. Jay White and Sanada facing off at some point. Kenta and Naito facing off in Osaka. I think Jay White and Sanada face off in Osaka as well. The cards are blending together a little bit for me, and also I'm running on very little sleep, so I do apologize for that. But this was just hype for the upcoming matches, some stalling at first. These guys went all out, though, once things started going. Kenta very much healing up. Anytime he's like, Sanada, he's just mocking the crowd. It was absolutely goddamn wonderful. Kenta is the most hated man in New Japan. He has surpassed Jay White, at least temporarily. Now, once he loses to Naito, for the love of God, don't make Kenta a double champion. Much as I, do respect Kenta for embracing his heel persona and the fact that he keeps going, this is probably the most interested I've been in Kenta. Like the stuff at Wrestle Kingdom and everything, him attacking Naito to end night 2. It's probably the most interested I've been in Kenta since he first showed up in New Japan at at Dominion in Osaka, rather, in June when Shibata introduced him. And then when he turned heel and stuff like that. So it's good that they put this little layer on there and Kenta's embracing the stuff, and you can tell he's having a lot of fun. And Bullet Club, of course, takes it outside. We get a lot of reversals, especially between Sanada and Jay White. Gato tries to get a chair in there. Sanada kicks the ropes. But then they try some more reversals, and then we get, a roll-up. Oh, wait, 1, 2, Sanada gets sent off, chair to the face. He kind of didn't work. I mean, he got his arm up safely. I mean, we don't want headshots, even though we get a lot of those in New Japan. But the camera kind of caught it, like, at a bad spot. But then we get a roll-up, 1, 2, 3. And then we get, some action afterwards, and there we go. So Jay White beating Sanada. I think it's pretty obvious Jay White's winning here, unless they suddenly want to build Sanada up. I think Jay's going to be the one to do it. Because they're going to want to keep Jay strong for when he faces Naito. I imagine at New Beginning, or at Dominion in Osaka, that is. A lot of shows in Osaka, and I get confused sometimes. But I imagine they want to keep him strong for when he faces off against Naito and probably beats him. He's probably going to be the one to beat him. I'd actually be he'll beat him, and then you'll get Naito not being successful to challenge again, and then Ibushi beats Jay White at next year's Wrestle Kingdom. Why don't I speak that into existence? And then we get Taichi with Miho Abe, always great to see Miho, and Minoru Suzuki versus the Dream Team of Okada and Jon Moxley, and I love this. I love this match. I love this match. Watch this match. If you don't watch, if you were to miss the first 3 matches, and just start with, Ryu Lee and that kind of stuff, okay, cool. If you, for whatever reason, just caught the last 3, that's really all you need to do. So, this was great. It was a brawl. I mean, Mox and Suzuki just beating the shit out of each other, going out in the crowd, dueling with guardrails. This was good stuff. I loved this. This was fan-fucking-tastic. You get the eye the damage, the eye patch and stuff like that, and the bandage started coming off and everything. So you can see his eye was fine. Well, he was like, holding it like this, but still, hey, it is what it is. These things happen, and it was good stuff. And Suzuki and Mox, my God, that match is going to be goddamn incredible in Osaka. It's going to be so goddamn good. I would imagine Mox loses. I would actually be very surprised if he didn't. Because I don't know who else you would have take the title from him. Let me know in the comments who you would have. But We get Okada and Taichi also have a nice tangle since they're going to have a match to end night 2 in Sapporo, which makes sense since I believe it's Taichi's hometown, as commentary was saying. Then, after some reversal, we get the rear naked choke and the Gotch pile driver pins Moxley for the 1-2-3. Since they're facing off, makes sense, gives Suzuki the win. So now that I just said that, Mox is probably going to beat him. But then we get, friggin' brawl afterwards. I mean, Mox and Suzuki are pretty much gone from this. And then we get Taichi attacking Okada afterwards. And the Young Lions, he gets the iron glove out that he got from, from Izuka when Izuka retired. And he's going to go use it. And then, Okada stops it, hits a couple drop kicks, goes for the Rainmaker. But no, Zack Sabre Jr. runs in, Dangerous Tekker, partner, of Taichi. And they beat up, they really double team Okada, and then we get the Iron Glove to the throat, and then we get Ospreay coming in. He hits some moves, but then he gets laid out, and they're stepping over their very respective opponents, and Taichi runs down Okada, hypes up for tomorrow, and even attacks him on the stage. He's possessed. He wants to prove it. I still think Okada's going to win, but boy, this would be interesting to see Taichi win if they're really invested in him. I still think Okada's going to win. But then we get Ishii and Evil facing off. They faced off last time in Dontaku as far as like a singles match where it was goddamn great. It was a goddamn great match. It was a power for power fight. I actually thought Evil was going to win. I was actually amazed that Evil did not win. The chair to the skull of Ishii, I think it was like Evil just punched it right into his head. Ouch. That looked like it hurt. Chops, strikes, everything. Chair on the neck, and then the swing. It's long, it's hard, it's gone. Red Shoes, Red Shoes' assistant magic killer, because Evil put Ichi on his shoulders and then knocked Red Shoes down just temporarily. We get a big superplex from Ichi. We get some more strikes, an Evil superplex for 2. We get Darkness Falls for 2. The no-cell suplexes, the half Nelsons, the dragon suplexes, stuff like that. This crowd was shaking the floor with how they were stomping. It was great to hear. Eventually, vertical drop, brainbuster, 1, 2, 3, and Ishii wins. Evil's getting close. They're probably going to maybe give Evil the big win in the G1, I would imagine. I mean, that's months away since the G1's not in the summer because of the Olympics. It's actually going to be in the fall. But this is coming. Maybe Ishii captures the Intercontinental Championship at some point. Since they'll probably split the titles at some... I would imagine they'll split the championships, watch Jay White win it, and then just decide to, give the Intercontinental Championship to Kenta. That's probably what's going to happen. But Ishii maybe wins the Intercontinental Championship, Evil takes it from him, and you elevate Evil that way. I'm not really sure otherwise what you could do. But anyway, that was a good match, and then we end with Shingo Takagi versus Hiroki Goto. Never Openweight Championship match. Shingo already won the third of the Never Openweight 6-man champions. And guess what? Guess what happened? Shingo's now a double champion. This was good. Shingo, very overconfident, did have a big fight feel, but he's like, I'm better than Goto. Goto's latched on to that championship, and I'm going to take it from him. I am Shingo Takagi, the dragon. And Shingo is as good as advertised. He is really goddamn good. I've had to go back and watch some of his stuff, and I see why people praised him in Dragon Gate and why people praised him, for some of his work in Ring of Honor. He really, for the shots he made for them, he is really goddamn good and deceptively quick for a guy that size. And same with Goto. You can tell that Goto working in the LA dojo has worked out. Commentary mentioned that, and it made a lot more sense because Goto just seemed a little more motivated here. And the clotheslines are absolutely insane. You did some of the strikes, it's out of nowhere. We get the DVD off the ropes by Shingo for 2. We get this terrifying reverse GTR where it looked like Shingo's neck just, and unfortunately he's okay, but just, it looked like it could have ended really badly, but it was good. It was good stuff because nobody got, hurt. Maybe beyond fuck, where the hell am I? That's probably what Shingo was thinking. Wouldn't blame him. I think the same thing. We get more strikes and clothing. We get, Made in Japan for 2. And Goto kicks out. But then soon after, Last of the Dragons, 1, 2, 3. New Never Openweight Champion, Shingo Takagi. He cuts a promo saying this is not the goal, just the beginning. Obviously he wants to make the Never Openweight Championship matter. And he wants to win one of the big ones. And that's the right call. And good stuff. This was an enjoyable show, especially for those last 3 matches. Really, from after match 3, And none of the matches are bad. After match 3, things really picked up, and things really picked up with Mox and Okada teaming up, and Taichi and Suzuki, and it was just a great goddamn match. So anyway, I'm going to give it a B. It was a solid goddamn show. Nothing really particularly wrong with it. I can't really give it any higher than a B since it was very much a B show, but the last 3 matches in particular elevated above what would have been a C+. So anyway, B, if I forget to put a poll up there, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin, and I'll see you soon.